One morning, a father and his young son were riding a scooter, going somewhere. The father was a man with big dreams. He always wanted a better life for himself and his son. As they traveled, the father saw something on the side of the road. A few boys were searching for something in a pile of garbage. They looked desperate, digging through the trash with hope in their eyes. Curious, the father stopped the scooter and walked up to them. "What are you looking for, my children?" he asked. One of the boys looked up and said, "Sir, can't you see? We are looking for a golden fruit." The father's eyes widened in surprise. "A golden fruit?" he whispered. He looked at the garbage pile and saw a glowing light. Something was shining like gold. At that moment, a thought came to his mind. If my son gets this golden fruit, his life will change. And if his life changes, mine will too. Without thinking twice, he turned to his son. He grabbed him and pushed him into the pile of garbage. "Go! No matter what, you must bring me that golden fruit," he ordered. The son was shocked. His clothes were dirty and his hands were covered in filth. But what hurt him the most was his father's greed. "Father, I don't want this fruit," he said with tears in his eyes. "My happiness is not in this. I have different dreams, Father." But his father didn't listen. "I am not asking you. I am telling you, get that fruit," he shouted. The son had no choice. He started searching through the garbage. His hands got hurt, but he kept going. Finally, he saw the golden glow. Just a little more, he thought. But as soon as he reached for it, something terrible happened. He started sinking. His legs, his waist, everything was going down. "This is not just garbage. This is a pit of mud," he panicked. He struggled, he screamed, "Father, help me, I am sinking!" But his father didn't believe him. "Stop making excuses," he shouted. "Look at the other boys. If they can do it, why can't you?" The son felt heartbroken. "You don't even see me struggling, Father. You only see the fruit." Yet, he tried one last time. He reached for the golden fruit with all his strength, but it was too late. The mud pulled him in, his voice faded, his struggle ended, and silence filled the air. A painful realization. The father stood still. His mind refused to believe what had just happened. "No, this can't be real," he whispered. But it was real. He had lost his son. Not because of bad luck, not because of fate, but because of his own greed. He fell to his knees and cried loudly. "I only wanted to give him a better life. I only wanted him to be happy." As he wept, an old sage appeared. He placed a hand on the father's shoulder and asked, "Why are you crying?" The father, still sobbing, pointed at the golden glow. "I lost my son, but I did it for him. I did everything for his happiness." The sage looked at the glowing fruit and then back at the father. "Did you ever stop to check if the fruit was real?" he asked. The father became angry. "What do you mean? The fruit is right there. Can't you see?" The sage sighed. He pointed at the garbage pile where the light was shining. Then slowly he pointed upwards. There, on a tree, hung a single golden apple. Its shine reflected onto the ground, making it look like the fruit was in the garbage. The father gasped. The golden fruit he had sacrificed his son for was never in the garbage. It was just a shadow. The real fruit was hanging on the tree all along. The sage spoke again. You forced your son to chase an illusion. You never asked him what he truly wanted. If you had asked, he would still be alive. And maybe, just maybe, he would have found the real golden fruit. The father trembled as he realized his mistake. He had been blinded by greed. He had ignored his son's dreams, and in the end, he had lost everything. He fell to the ground, crying. But no matter how much he wept, no matter how much he regretted, his son would never return. And the golden fruit, real or not, meant nothing anymore.